I have 131 unread books on my bookshelf, and today is episode 2 of me trying to read them all. Recently I read Sociopath: A Memoir by Patrick Gain. Will it stay or will it go? So this book I've been reading since April this year. I'm now filming this in December. It has taken me a very long time to read it. I will admit it is probably partially because I am more of a fantasy girl, and this is obviously a memoir. This is actually the first memoir I read, so I definitely chalk it up to that a bit, and the fact that I'm more used to fiction books than I am, non-fiction, let alone biographies. In the first half, she covers a lot about her childhood before she had a formal diagnosis, and there's a lot of introspection and inner thought. I just personally wasn't as interested in that as I was in the second half of the book. I was hooked. I finished the second half of this book in like 3 days. I found the adult half of her story so much more interesting, especially because I have a psychology background as well. I feel like she's contributed so much to the research on sociopaths and psychopaths and antisocial personality disorder, and she's brought a very unique and important voice to it. From the point of view of a sociopath, which I think is so important in research. So I loved reading all about that, and I loved reading about her relationships and her children and her husband and her sister, and I cried. I cried by the end of the book. I'm actually tearing up right now, but I cried at the end of this book. It also made me really analyze and work on my personal preconceived notions of antisocial personality disorders, psychopathy, and sociopathy. And there was one line that really stood out to me, so I'll just read it. Spoiler alert. She says to her husband, "People hate sociopaths for not having empathy and compassion, but who has empathy and compassion for them? Sociopaths were villainized for failing to exhibit the very emotion they were denied. How can one be expected to master a learned emotion they never get to experience for themselves? The hypocrisy was maddening." And this, to my surprise, is going to be a keep. I'm going to keep this, and I definitely recommend that you give it a shot too. Next up, I'm going to read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, so stay tuned for episode 3.